I decided to challenge the Animal Crossing gods last month by threatening to reset my island if I didn't find Pietro. And of course, that was when they finally listened and gave me what I wanted. However, I was displeased because I actually wanted to reset. The chance to start fresh, try something new, and more importantly, have a new set of villagers. But since I'm trapped on Willow yearning for a new beginning, I decided to obtain it in a different way by kicking out every single villager. Aside from Pietro, of course. I am about to kick out 9 villagers from my island, and you might be thinking, oh my god, you're crazy. You're gonna do so much time traveling and hope for the best. No, I'm gonna go in the capitalism route and use my amiibos because I have a huge collection of them. So we're gonna be starting off with my sisterly collection because Plucky was the first villager to move onto the island, so sadly, Plucky's gonna be moving out. I think this one is gonna be quite simple because I only have 4 sisterly villagers in my amiibo collection. Here they are. We have Quinn, we have Sherry, Pashmina, and there sticking out at the back is Renee. I have a very complicated way of how to do this. Y'all need to follow through. I'm gonna be shuffling the cards and then picking whoever comes out on top. Ooh, look at this riveting content. I'm shuffling. I have no idea who I'm gonna pick. This is the amiibo that will be replacing Plucky. And without further ado, let's see who it is. I'm scanning in the amiibo. It better work, by the way. The villager that's replacing Plucky is... Okay, that's a spicy choice, don't we think? Quinn, aka Yassified Apollo, making a return on the channel. Oh my god. Oh my god, hi girly pop. I miss you so much. A 2.0 villager, by the way, so that's actually a really exciting choice. Now comes the more intrusive part of this, which is basically having to do this 3 times. Oh my god, Lucky, Pietro, Wendy. Pietro, you're obviously staying because I love you, you're girly pop, but these two, oh god, I'm just gonna be avoiding them because they have no idea what's in store for their futures. Hi Quinn. How you doing? Do you even remember who I am? Oh god, like she is very pissed off at me. I just know that for a fact because I basically abandoned her. How fitting that she wants a trash can made by me because I'm fucking trash. The only good thing that comes out of me scanning in all these amiibos is that I'm gonna be getting a whole lot of recipes today. So that is definitely exciting. And luckily for me, because of treasure islands, I know for a fact that I have a lot of crafting materials, hopefully. I'm such a big brain person because I have this storage shed right over here. So that makes life so much more easier for me too. All right, it's totally gonna fuck up the vibe of everything, but we're just gonna put this crafting bench right here to make life a whole lot easier. Wooden waste bin has been crafted and I've given it to Quinn and she's given me something in return. Doesn't that seem so simple and easy? I can't wait to do that 27 times. I'm so excited. Also, yes, I think now is a great time to address the elephant in the room. Some big stuff is happening. I did not move. This is the exact same room that I've always been. I've convinced my parents to give me the spare room to use as a bedroom. So now I have a dedicated filming room. That's exciting. Sorry for the echo, by the way. It's very echoey in here. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick it up. But while I'm here, is anybody thinking about moving? Because that would be, oh my god, the girls. Their final days on the island together. They're all just waving and socializing, having a little goodbye party. Wendy looks like she's ready to pound on Dina. Can we talk about the fucking time change? I know that we do this shit every year, but I feel like every year it happens, it just feels like I've never done it before. It's like, why the hell is it 5 p.m. outside, but it's pitch black? The only good thing to come out of this is that I get an extra hour of sleep. God, I remember like when I was going to school and stuff, especially university, because I used to do 8 a.m. classes. I'd have to get up at like 5 in the morning to get the bus because it took me 2 hours to get to school via commuting. I'm leaving my house, it's pitch black. And then I would go to school, get there around like 7 a.m., still pitch black. And then my classes would go until like 5 p.m., 3 to 5 p.m. depending on the day. Oh, now she wants a wooden block bench. I feel like that's a complicated thing. Oh my god, Miss Quinn, I know you're mad at me for abandoning you, but like damn, I'm trying to bring you back into my life. Why are you making this so much harder than it needs to be? It's just like Quinn to do that. No wonder you and Flora broke up. My days would either end at like 3 or 5 because it was like alternating schedules or whatever. When I would get home, it would be pitch black. And it's like, do you know how sucky it is having days like that? Like I'm sure many many people can relate. And like, I remember just waking up feeling like, ugh, it's so dark outside, I hate it. And then coming home and it's still dark. Like, I want to just sit in my room and enjoy a sunset every now and then, but I wasn't able to do that. Can we talk about that? Sunsets in the wintertime. I feel like everybody always rages about sunsets in the summer, but I feel like wintertime sunsets are so much nicer, at least here in Canada. I always find myself enjoying them more. Maybe it's because like they're a lot earlier in the day, but like I always found that wintertime sunsets were just prettier. The fact that this time change is happening, and then like it's only for a few months, because then come March, Mother Nature, or whoever decided on these stupid time changes, has to fuck with our mental health again by pulling the time back an hour, and then all of a sudden we're losing an hour of sleep. And it's like, yay, the sunset's early, or the sunset's a lot later now, but it's like, she just gave me a flannel shirt. Oh my god, can this conversation get any more gayer? Didn't they say that we're gonna stop doing time changes too? Like, are we gonna have to change our time again in March? Like, I'm so confused. I get why they do it. It's so that the sun would rise earlier for like workers or whatever, but it's like, damn, like get over it. Life is dark sometimes. We just have to deal with it. Yeah, it's like dangerous or whatever. Just like bring a flashlight. Oh, I guess like while we're talking about changes in life things, my forehead. Oh my God, you can see my forehead again. I feel like people thought that my hair was like the way it used to be because I was like intentionally doing it. No, I was doing it because my hair was too short to push back. Like when I would push it back, it was so thick that like in the back specifically, it would like stick up and it looked so ugly. Like I'm telling y'all, that barber that did my haircut, he botched it. And for everybody who missed my forehead, all my forehead stands, like y'all won. She's back. Look at it in its glory. I feel like it got a lot bigger than the last time I saw it. And that's making me worried that I'm starting to lose hair. My cat just like fucking scratched the door. What is wrong with him? No offense to bald people. Like bald people are sexy and I get it, but like I've been bald before, okay? I've shaved my head multiple times. I don't look good bald. If I start to lose my hair, I don't care. I'm paying for a transplant. What do you want? I know it's not my usual style, but I'm thinking of making an important decision. Should I move away? I feel like the bright lights of another island are calling me. Bye. Oh my God, I kicked out Julian. That's not something everybody can say they did. Wow. I'm sorry. Was she about to fight me? An iron shelf? I don't think I have enough iron nuggets. 14. I don't think I have 14 iron nuggets in my inventory. Oh, thank God I have enough iron nuggets. Please take this shelf and please move up to my island because I need you here, Quinn. You don't understand. I need you in my life again. And she's giving me an unfinished puzzle. How symbolic. It's just like our friendship. That's why I need you to move here so we can put the puzzle pieces together and create a beautiful scenery and have a flourishing friendship. Don't you agree, Quinn? Yeah, she's moving in. She is moving in. She better move in. Plucky, my girl, my icon, my baby. I'm gonna miss you so much, but it had to be done. And just like that, Quinn is coming to Willow, the first new resident of the day. And you know what that means? Plucky, my girl, my baddie. I'm sorry, my dear, but it had to be done. You were honestly not providing me enough drama, and I'm sure that Quinn will fill your shoes in nicely and give us what we need. It was fun having you while it lasted, and for now, sashay away, my dear. Tomorrow, Willow bids a fond farewell to her dear friend Julian. Julian, I fucking love you. We just said goodbye to Plucky, and now the next day we have to say goodbye to another gay icon. Like, oh my God, how could I be so homophobic in this video? Julian, no. My dear, you were a fun time to have around, but I'm sure you can bring some sparkle onto somebody else's island while, you know, the rest of us just cry and try to survive the rest of the days on Willow without you. You're great. You're awesome. You were fun to have. But now that Pietro's here, you're no longer needed. I can only handle one smug villager in my life. So anyway, sashay away. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. As fun as it would be to do another amiibo thing, I just gave myself a free plot. And I think with that, there's only one thing left to do. Just like that, another Animal Crossing video, and I'm going on another villager hunt. I don't care what anybody says. I think this could be fun just to like bring some spice, you know? know, not every single villager that's moving in is coming from my capitalism pack. I mean, my amiibos. Like, I feel like nowadays, all I do in Animal Crossing is just villager hunt. And it's like, trust me, there's so much more fun things to do in the game. It's just like, villager hunting's fun. I love the villagers. I really do, okay? I think my favorite feature in Animal Crossing still to this day are the villagers and having conversation and creating fun stories with them. Yeah, they're a little bland New Horizon. We've had this discussion how many times by now? Who cares? I have an imagination. I can do what I want. All right, before we go on our villager hunt, we might as well go say hey to Quinn real quick. It's very weird because we have an empty plot over here and we also have a new face. It's almost like I reset my island again. Like even Pietro's here. Oh my God, and he wants to talk to me. Yes, give me attention. Time for a semi-professional lesson in reactions from yours truly. This is when you just can't even. Ugh. I feel you, Pietro. Dina is right there. I'm really not in the mood right now. So give resignation a try. Are you telling me to resign? Resign from what? Instead of facing my problems head on? Pietro, that's not very motivational speaker of you. My entire universe is boxes right now, proper. This box even kind of looks like this. Guess I'm finally losing it. Like I remember the campsite and an invite, but from there it's all just boxes. Oh well, it's good to vent, even if it's to a figment of my vision. Wait, why is this conversation funny? Oh my God, Miss Quinn coming in with the jokes. I live. Also, good dialogue in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Who would have thought? Oh my God, I did not expect it to be so sunny out on this villager hunt. But you know what? Maybe that's to set the vibe. Who are we starting off with today? Oh my God, of course. It's not an angry coconut villager hunt until this bitch shows up. Are you kidding me, Patty? We're just gonna get all spicy and random today. We're just gonna take whoever the game decides to give me. I have so much more peace in my life now that I found Pietro. Like, I don't even have to worry anymore. I don't even care. Speaking of life updates, I have a more fun, exciting life update. Last time we went on a villager hunt, I started talking about how I started watching every Scream movie. And now in this villager hunt, I can confidently say, who is that, Frank? Okay, I can confidently say that I watched every Scream movie, and I will say it's officially one of my favorite movie franchises. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that. I honestly thought that Scream was just like some other overhyped horror film thing that everybody was just a fan of because Ghostface is cool or whatever. And then I learned that Scream is actually satire, and like that's what intrigued me to start watching it. I think if I had to rank them though, the first one is obviously the best one because, well, duh, it's the first one. I feel like the first of anything is usually the best one. But I would say the second best Scream movie. I think the fourth one only because the Ghostface reveal, though I already knew who it was beforehand because it was all over Tumblr. Like, it was a really good Ghostface reveal, in my opinion. Like, I genuinely think that if I hadn't known who it was beforehand, I would have been gagged. And overall, like, it was just a really good movie. And also, I have a huge bias towards Emma Roberts because it's Emma Roberts. So obviously, oh, I have 7 tickets left, but Brofina is my girl. I kind of want to see this stack through and just see who I can find. I'm not feeling it. I'm not. Brofina, I'm sorry. As fun as it would be to take you, I just can't. Scream 1 though, like really does. It just sets the tone of the entire series. And I feel like because it was the first time, you know, it's your first time watching, it's like the first time everything happens. Obviously it's shocking because like the more you watch a movie, you kind of go in with like expectations. Like, you know there's going to be a Ghostface reveal, you know people are dying, you know fucking Sydney Prescott and Gale Weathers are going to survive every movie and Dewey's going to get stabbed like 20 times and somehow also survive. I feel like when the first time it all happens, it's really exciting, and then it happens 2, 3, 4, 5 more times and it's like, okay, it's still fun to watch. I love seeing Sydney Prescott kick ass. I feel like it's time for a shakeup, you know, just to like really stir the pot. Scream 5 kind of did that, and I will give them props for that. And honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Scream 5 is better than Scream 3 and maybe even Scream 2. Bonbon's cool too. I went into Scream 5 with such low expectations, but I found myself really enjoying the movie. I think because like it really was the thing to like kind of shake up the genre, you know? Some big things happen in the movie. I'm obviously not going to spoil. And like Jenna Ortega, once again, I have a bias towards Jenna Ortega as well. I love Jenna Ortega. I love satire movies and like things that kind of just like to make fun of other things and not take itself seriously. And I feel like that's why in general Scream to me is just such a good movie, because it's like, it's goofy and it's goofy on purpose. Just like Miss Pate over here, you goofy thing. Don't look at me, turn around. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh. Another familiar face. I had her on blue. It could be fun to have another girly pop on the island. And Shino is so girly pop. If she comes onto the island, she will bring the mess. She will break hearts. She will fight everybody. She'll probably burn the entire island to the ground. I don't care. I'm taking her. I love Shino. Thank God Kyle's not on this island. Neither is my boyfriend. So, she can't fuck with me in that way. We have another new friend, Miss Shino, the third. No, I know how to count. The second new addition of the day. And just like that, 2 queer icons have joined Willow, bringing the total of queer icons to 4. I took your advice. I bailed on everything and everyone I knew. I moved here. I live here now, walking distance from your house. You, the only person I know here. We are so going to talk a lot. I read that right. I think now is a great time to do another amiibo card thingamabobby. Yeah, we know what's going on. And originally I wanted to do my Jock collection to, swap out Moose. Now that Julian's gone, honestly, I feel like it could be more fun to bring a Smug onto the island in replacement. Even though I just said I don't want 2 Smug villagers on the island. I have 6 Smug villagers. This man, who shall not be named. Kid is actually a pretty dope villager. Jacques, my stoner king. I love him. I keep forgetting if he's Smug. I'm gonna just say he's Smug and add him to this collection. This thing, Mr. Shrek Hippo. We have our NFT selling man boss, Raymond. I don't like Raymond, but I mean, I wouldn't mind having him just so I can say I finally had Raymond on my island. And then last but not least, I think this one could be a really fun addition if I choose him. It's my boy, my filler king himself. There's basically a 50-50 chance of a flop. So I think it's about time that I shuffle this stack and see who I get. Here we go again with the riveting content. Me shuffling. I so know how to shuffle. This card on top holds the person that will be moving in and replacing Moose. Whoever it is, that's who I'm taking. Oh, fuck. Do y'all remember Nicki Minaj versus Miley Cyrus, and then Nicki Minaj called out Miley Cyrus? That's what's happening right now. Raymond is about to meet up with the bitch who had a lot to say about him the other day in the press. He has no idea who I am, and yet when he finds out how much shit I had to say about him, he's gonna have it out for me. For sure. I could have had 1 gray villager, but I ended up with another one, and I have nothing left to do but accept my fate. All right, now is the time in the video where I start to talk about Drag Race because I have nothing else to talk about. So to everybody who doesn't care about Drag Race, sorry. I want to talk about Drag Race UK again because it's been a while and like it's getting to that point of the season where I just don't know anymore. I had my predicted top 4, and at this point it's pretty obvious that the 3 that are left in the competition are gonna make it to the top 4. But the one thing that I do want to complain about is that Dakota Schiffer, someone who I really grew to love in this competition, who I had picked for the top 4 as well, got eliminated. And it's just not sitting right with me. It's been a week. Like, the latest episode just premiered. It just doesn't sit right with me. She should have been in the top 4, top 3 even. She shouldn't have even been in the bottom. That's what I'm most bothered about. Had Dakota been the worst in the challenge, I would have been okay with her going home because it was her 3rd time. But she didn't even do that bad. Honestly, I'd argue that like she was 3rd best, 4th best. I don't think Dakota should have been in the bottom. It was just so obvious that they just wanted to get rid of her. Dakota's elimination just really bothers me. It's like up there with like Anita Wiglet. Like Anita Wiglet is the other elimination that still to this day bothers me. She shouldn't have been eliminated. Danny or Cheddar are most likely gonna win, which like I've been saying from the beginning, it was gonna be between those 2. And I really thought that Peppa was gonna do well. But like, what the fuck happened? Like, why is Black Peppa flopping all of a sudden? This was literally her 3rd time in the bottom. Like, what is up with that? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I am rooting for Cheddar and Danny. I do really like them. I've loved them since the beginning, so obviously I have no complaints if either of them win. Who do I think would win though? It's a really, really tight race between Cheddar and Danny. They both have like similar stats, 3 wins, never in the bottom. And at this point, it looks like neither of them are ever going to be in the bottom because there's probably only like what, 1 week left, especially because there was a double Shantae. Are they going to do a top 4 finale? What is up with Drag Race recently and doing top 4 finales? I don't get it. I have to farm 6 more iron nuggets and I have no idea where my rocks are. Here we go though with Raymond, Raymond making my life complicated already. He hasn't even moved onto the island yet and he's already testing me. This is gonna be a mistake. I can already tell. I don't know where any of my rocks are. I found one and that gave me nothing. Here's one. How the hell did that spawn here? I don't remember doing that. We got 3 iron nuggets from this rock. Saw another one down here. Oh, of course this is the money rock. Are you kidding me? I'll just head to a Nook Miles Island instead. In other Drag Race news, I guess like Canada versus the world is happening. I don't really know how to feel about it just yet. I will say one thing though, Raja O'Hara. Either Raja or Victoria. I don't really care that Isis is competing on Canada versus the world, especially because there's already been a winner that competed with other contestants. And also it's kind of fun. I don't know why. I think it's funny when a winner competes with people who haven't won yet. Just because it's like, I know those girlies would be mad. Like, especially Kendall and Stephanie. I cannot wait to see Kendall and Stephanie's reaction when Isis walks into the room and they're like, are you kidding me? We have to try to beat this bitch again. Have your fucking plate armor. You have no idea the lengths I went to make this. So you better be grateful for it. Anyways, he's clearly flirting with me. So I mean, like, I guess it's only fair that I time travel to the next day and bring him back again. Look at her side-eyeing me. She's literally side-eyeing me right now. Like, she knows that her life is at stake right now because I'm gonna threaten to kick her out soon. Of course, she just has to try it one more time with her fucking grilling. Clearly, if you haven't noticed, we have not mended our ways. We have not made up. Dina is still a menace. I tried, okay, I really did try to, you know, just start fresh and do something new with her, but she's sticking to her old ways and I just no longer can deal with it. She's still an enemy. Sorry to the Dina stans. Y'all saw that, right? Coconut cake. Raymond's flirting with me. He wants my cake. He wants my cake. My fucking cake. This man, Raymond, is out here being bold. He hasn't even moved in yet. And he wants a decoy duck. Oh, I actually want that recipe. So thank God I'm finally getting that. Okay, thank you, Raymond. Why is he being nice to me? Oh my God, when he scrolls through the gossip forums and sees all the shit I had to say, I just know it's gonna go downhill from there. So for now, I really have to try to get on his good side, huh? Raymond is like straight up, he said coconut cake. That is not a coincidence. The game's code knew what they were doing with that. They knew. They want this man to be a menace in my life. They want him to ruin my life. Y'all cannot tell Teddy about what's happening here. Everything you've made for me could be gold plated and given as awards. Stop flirting with me. I don't think the words thank you are enough to express the depth of my gratitude. Perhaps this interpreted dance will do the trick. No, thank you. Oh my God. He's pulling out all the moves. Bottom. The only good thing to come with Raymond moving in is that I can finally kick out Moose. You're finally leaving. Hey, Vis, you can probably tell, but I'm moving out. I'm glad you stopped by, though. It wouldn't just feel right if we didn't compare biceps one last time. I'll never forget you or your amazing delts, shorty. Stop with the flirting. I've had enough of that for one day, Moose. You were here, and now you're not here. And that is great. So sashay away, I guess. He's here. I time traveled 2 days in advance just so we can meet Raymond before moving in the new villager. We could go say hi to him, but I think it's fun to keep it going. We kicked out more villagers and now we're kicking out another one. Next on the chopping block is Rhonda. And Rhonda being a normal girly, it's only fair that we replace her with a normal girly. Here's my amiibo collection. You have Megan, Nan, Sydney, our lost girl. Shout out to Sydney, Celia, and Marina. I also have my Sanrio amiibos, but I'm not gonna add them into the mix just because it's quite obvious if I get either of them. So we're just gonna shuffle right away. Here I go, shuffling this stack because I'm so good at this. I'm picking this card right here. Whoever this is, that's the villager moving onto the island. Ooh, Raymond has a nice house. You'd think by now I would have known how his house looks like. What is Lucky? Oh my God. Lucky? Were you about to like perform a curse on Tom Nook and Isabel there? Here we go. We're gonna see who this amiibo is. Who is it? Who is it? Megan. You know, I've had my fair share of things to say about Miss Megan. She's definitely, you know, kind of a forgotten villager by many, which I feel very bad about. So I'm very happy to give her time to shine on this island. She could be fun to have on the island. She's purple. Purple's a great color. She's tall. That's always fun. I'm tall. We can be tall together. Here you are on my island. Cool. What recipe are you giving me? A natural garden table. I do not have iron nuggets. A natural garden table requires 3 iron nuggets. Oh, I have one in my storage. Oh, my face was covering it, but it said I had one in my storage. Oh, that's a win for me. Oh my God, it's right here. Thank you, Megan, for making my life easier. Something tells me she's gonna be a really fun time on the island. I feel like she's probably gonna be the unproblematic one. And I'm excited for that because honestly, after everybody that's moved on to the island, I think it's time that we had somebody who can just be there. Shout out to you, Megan. You're cool. Oh, and she thinks I'm the best. Oh, and she's giving me silly glasses because she's so silly and goofy. Ugh, what a silly girl. See, she does have personality. I'm gonna wear those for the rest of the video, just so that I can be silly with my new silly friend. Me and my girl being silly together. Look at us silly folks. Can we talk about how 2022 honestly had really good music? The beginning of the year for 2022, music was like, well, I was gonna say music in the beginning was shit, but no, it wasn't, because like Dawn FM came out, and then Capri Songs came out, and then Crash came out, and then Motomami came out. Those 4 albums, to this day, it is now November, they are still in my top 10 for albums of this year. Motomami, honestly, is such a great album. Shout out to Rosalia. I have a Rosalia poster right over there. You can kind of see her because I do have the Motomami vinyl. I have the Crash vinyl as well as the Dawn FM vinyl. The only one I don't have is Capri Song from those 4. And I really want Capri Songs because I love FKA Twigs. And Capri Songs, although it's not her best album, it's still a great album. It's a bop. After that came out, then like towards the summertime, we got Super Ache by Conan Gray, which bops of course. Nice ballad album. Conan Gray's cool, Conan Gray's dope. And then the album came out. The album, Renaissance by Beyonce. I have that on vinyl too, not to flex. Renaissance is that girl. Literally, the starting track is I'm That Girl, because Renaissance is that girl. Miss Beyonce, if it's not obvious, I love Beyonce. Beyonce is one of the greatest artists of this generation. Sorry, not sorry. If you're bothered by that, I don't trust you. It's one thing to not vibe with Beyonce's music, but if you actively hate Beyonce, you're doing it on purpose. Shut up. And then it was kind of like slowed down for me, at least. Like, you know, a lot of albums came out over the summer and they were all really great and fun to listen to. But then September rolled around and Hold the Girl by Rina Sawayama came out, and my life was healed once again because Hold the Girl by Rina Sawayama, another great album, and another album that I have on vinyl, not to flex. Sawayama, her debut album, the self-titled, I still think is one of the best albums to come out this decade. It came out in 2020. Oh God, Shino's already here to start drama. What do you want? Being able to rock a fab smile, major life skill this. Check this out. Boom, smiles. Girl, I smile by default. What are you trying to say? Smile with me. No. Do you know how many times in my life I've been told, oh my God, just smile more. You look so grumpy. You look so mad. Are you bothered by something? Why do you look like you're gonna fight someone? That's just my face. And Shino, on her first day on the island, is already trying it by saying something that I hate. How does she already know I hate when people tell me to smile more? Every time somebody tells me to smile, I'm just like, fuck off, bro. My face naturally is like this. Like, what do you want me to do? Why do you want me to be happy all the time? Why do you care? Hold the Girl by Rina Sawayama. I did have high expectations for it, and those expectations were met. I really enjoyed the album overall. Like, Imagining, I think, is the best song on that album and one of my favorite songs of the year. But the title track as well, Hold the Girl, is it song of the year? It's up there for me for song of the year. And then that same day that Hold the Girl came out, Sucker Punch by Maggie Lindman also came out. And oh my God, I haven't talked about her in a while. Maggie Lindman, even though she's not technically an Instagram influencer, she is a musician first, then an Instagram influencer. I guess she is more well known as being an Instagram influencer, so I can still say what I'm about to say. She's one of the few influencers online that actually make good music. I think Paranoia, which was her first project, her EP, still one of my favorites. It's a great project. Straightforward, pop, punk, girly, what an icon. And Sucker Punch was also a really great album, a full album of just her sound. I really just fuck with her sound. That's what it is. Break Me. Break Me is another one that's definitely song of the year for me. It's my most streamed song of the year so far. It's already in my top 5 of like all-time most streamed songs. So like Spotify Wrapped is definitely gonna be like, yeah, that's your #1 song of the year. So I feel like by default, it's top 3 for me. What was like the next really good album? Oh my God, like more recently, Dirt Femme by Tuve Lo or Tuve Lu. Oh my God, I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong if I did. Tuve Lu. I would say she's probably like one of the most underrated artists that I listen to. I'm surprised that she doesn't have more hype under her belt. She makes really good pop music, and Dirt Femme was a really good album. I would say top 3 albums of the year, like Renaissance for sure, Dirt Femme for sure, and honestly like Motomami. Motomami was also really good. I have to admit it. I don't know what the fuck Rosalia was saying on that album, but like I was living for it the entire time. And then Carly Rae Jepsen came out with The Loneliest Time. It's Carly Rae Jepsen. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to make pop music. That entire album slaps. And that same day, we were also blessed with Midnights by Taylor Swift. And I'll admit, I'm not a Taylor Swift stan, just so everybody's clear. Like, I like Taylor Swift's music, but I wouldn't go to a concert. Like, that's what I would say my relationship with Taylor Swift is. Also, I'm a folklore stan, so, you know, my opinions on Midnight don't matter, but I'm gonna share them anyways. It's not my favorite Taylor album, because duh, Folklore is my favorite Taylor album. It's definitely a grower. My first listen, I was like, okay, I think it's cute. I think it's fun. Lavender Haze was definitely like a bop though, I have to admit it. But yeah, the album as a whole, now that I've heard it a couple of times, like I get why it has hype. I get why. Yeah, because it's a Taylor Swift album, but also it's just good. It's a good album. So shout out to Taylor Swift, and shout out to Taylor Swift stans, I guess. But also stop bullying people who don't like the album, because that's weird. All right, Megan, you're moving in. You are going to have to get ruthless and kick out Miss Rhonda. Rhonda, yeah, let's go. Rhonda, my rhinoceros queen, you were a villager. Anyway, sashay away, bye. Today on the island is October 15th, which is a monumental day in the Animal Crossing community. Do y'all remember last year, October 15th? The 2.0 Direct. Oh my God, it's been a month now since it happened. Can we just talk about like how the entire Animal Crossing community went to shambles? Y'all had to be there when it happened. The Direct happened. And to get selfish for a quick second, I made the video on the Direct, my channel blew up. That is why I remember that day, because that was a monumental day. And because of that video blowing up, look at this channel. Look where we are now. I have 70K. That is something that is worth celebrating. And another thing that's worth celebrating is bringing another villager onto the island. And I think it's time that we kick out a peppy villager and replace them with another one. I'm going to be kicking out Wendy, which is definitely painful to say. The peppy villagers, by the way, is my biggest stack. We got Anacotti, Miss Pate, who we saw earlier, and now she might actually be coming onto the island. We got Tangy, a familiar face who we love, our fruity queen. Tammy's here as well. Tammy's dope. Also, fun fact, I do have Wendy's amiibo, and I'm actually going to be adding it into the stack just because I want to give Wendy a chance to possibly stay on the island. Apple's here. I don't like her and I don't want her on my island. Audie's here. Blue Bear's here, and Bianca's here. Those are all the peppy villagers I have. So let's just shuffle away and see who I get. I'm already shuffling it because I just want to get this shit over with. I have enough cards to actually properly shuffle this, so I don't know why I was being a menace. Oh my God, don't damage the card. The pop girly, the peppy villager that's moving on to Willow is... how fitting. I talked shit about her earlier, and now she's moving on to the island. See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite you. I called her something earlier. I insulted her to her face, and now I'm being forced to bring her onto my island. Okay, more importantly, back to the 2.0. The 2.0 update. It has been a year since that shit came out. Once again, for those who weren't there, y'all had to be there. It was a monumental time because we were all hyped up. We were waiting for this update. We hadn't had a proper update to the game like since the game launched, and we haven't had one since. They said it was going to drop November 5th. And you know, me as a content creator, I was like prepared, okay? Because I was like, I want to make as many videos as I can. My channel is currently blowing up. I want to try to like maximize on this. November 5th, it was a Friday. I was gonna like spend the entire weekend. And the day before, on November 4th, My sister and we actually went to go get tattoos. Fun fact, I have a lot of tattoos. And here's my first Animal Crossing tattoo that I got. It's this balloon present thingy. I got that on November 5th at like 6 p.m. And then my sister and I drove home, and wouldn't you know it, it was like almost 9 p.m. There were like talks from people on Twitter and Discord being like, oh my God, the update dropped early. And people were like, what? You know, everybody was confused. Everybody was like, huh? And this was like before 9 p.m. when it actually dropped. Like people were already talking about how like the update was coming early or whatever. And people thought that like, you know, they were just joking because like, obviously, why would somebody like say that and be truthful? And then 9 p.m. rolled around. All of a sudden on everybody's switches, there was a notification, hey, there's an update. So people thought like, oh, maybe it's just like some update to like prepare for the update, you know, just like patch some things in or whatever. So people started updating, and they noticed that the update was really, really big. And then I think that's when specifically Animal Crossing Twitter and Discord went to shambles. Here's some insider tea or whatever. Like, I'm friends with a lot of Animal Crossing people, just so everybody knows. Girl, the group chats, the discussion boards, everything went berserk because it turns out the update dropped 24 hours early, unannounced, and everybody was freaking out. People were like, how the hell did this even happen? And like looking back, it's like, I feel like if you're not a part of the community and you're not like that big into the game, you're probably like, okay, whatever. But like, you have to understand, as an Animal Crossing fanatic, and more importantly, as somebody who had planned an entire weekend to record videos, the plan got shipped a day early. So I was like, what the fuck? And like 9 p.m. on a Thursday, I was in school. I had homework, and I was like, no, I can't do my homework. I have to fucking make videos right now. And I feel like so many people started freaking out because of that. Like, I feel like if you're an Animal Crossing YouTuber person or whatever, or a streamer, like you were probably like, what the fuck was going on? Like, honestly, I remember that day to this day. Like, Animal Crossing Twitter, that was the best day on Animal Crossing Twitter. I hate to say it again, but I have to say it again. Y'all just had to be there. Y'all had to be. If you weren't there, you wouldn't understand the hype. I think the closest you would feel is like if a Pokemon game got leaked. Like, that's what it felt like. The Pokemon leak was like accessible to everybody. That's basically what it was. Like, I genuinely thought that like the update got leaked. That's why it came out a day early, but no. And I don't think Nintendo ever addressed why the game updated a day early. Like, it was supposed to update November 5th, and it updated 24 hours early. Megan's here. That's great. Shout out to Megan. I don't think they've ever actually addressed it. I'm not sure. In case they did, I don't know, let me know down below. Every now and then I like to go back and watch those videos that I made, like the initial video, that first video titled The Animal Crossing 2.0 Update Got Leaked. Oh my God, I was going wild. I like... Raymond, what do you want? Let's say love is about to give you a high five, and then it pulls its hand back through its hair. And it happened to me. It happened to you. What do? You hit him with one of the... He's teaching me the heartbreak reaction. He's preparing me in advance. He's preparing me in advance for what he's about to do to me in the upcoming weeks. This is a sign. This is foreshadowing right here for my English majors. This is a prime example. Raymond, I will not let you do this to me. Oh, and speaking of heartbreakers, here's another one, Miss fucking Shino. We will not forgive you for what you did on Model Kai, by the way. The 2.0 update though, that was wild. And like my video, like that first initial reaction, I feel like if you watch that and that was your first video for me, I'm so sorry. Cause like I don't cringe at that video. I don't have a single video of mine that like I look at and I properly cringe at, because I'm like, that's just me. That's just who I am. That's how I act. I'm not gonna cringe at parts of me that I can't change. But I definitely look at that video and I'm like, wow, I really was on something that day. I think it's because I was just like stressed out about like midterms and stuff. So like that came during midterm seasons. It was like a boost of adrenaline for me because I was like going through it with all my shit from fucking university. And then that happened and I was like, that's what I needed. I think the most exciting part about that was that like the game just felt brand new again. You know, that was the main thing. Like nowadays it looks like such a small update, but like it brought so much to the game that like it was just needed. And more importantly, it's like it just made the game feel alive again. Like everybody was playing the game again. The community was thriving. People were talking about it. People were streaming it. And it was just like great overall. I don't think we're ever going to get an update like that for this game ever again. Duh. But it just really makes me excited for the next Animal Crossing game, whatever it is, because there's now so many people. I'm so excited for all the people who would join New Horizons, because now it's like the next game. Like, you're gonna be there with us. Like, you're probably gonna be one of those people who get it the day of and like immediately start playing it, and like you're gonna be able to like discover things. Because I feel like most people who got New Horizons after it launched, like, you probably already heard about some things. So like now you get to experience a game fully blind again, and it's like, that's just the thing with like starting a game in general. Just like not knowing anything about the game and then going into it and learning things and like discovering things for the first time again. It's exciting. And honestly, like, it just goes to show that like you don't need to know everything in life. Not to become a motivational speaker or whatever, but like honestly, those people that are just like head empty, not knowing what the fuck is going on 90% of the time, like there's a reason why they're so happy all the time, because they're learning things constantly and they don't know what's going on. Like me personally, I don't know how the hell CDs work. What the fuck are CDs? How does it do that? How is it that you put it into a machine, it makes sound, and like the sound part I kind of get because like vibrations or whatever. How does it make video? Like how does the video happen from a CD, from a piece of plastic? And you know what? I don't want to learn it. I don't want to learn how CDs work. Don't tell me how they work, because there's so much fun in not knowing. It's like such a mystery to me, and it's going to remain a mystery for the rest of my life. And it's going to make me so intrigued every time I put a CD into a DVD player. Not that I've done that recently. I haven't actually done that in such a long time. Maybe I should do that again. I should get CDs. I started collecting vinyl. Vinyl's the other thing that I don't understand, but like I kind of get it because like vibrations. It's like all about vibrations. But speaking of vinyl, okay, so like I get that it's like specific grooves in the actual vinyl itself. And then when the needle rubs on them, it creates the vibrations, and those vibrations create the sound depending on how it's like done. Vinyls were invented like before society became so computerized. Like, am I wrong for saying that? Like before we started using computers, like they were invented in the 50s. Were they doing the same thing in the 50s? This is gonna sound so stupid. Did they carve with hand in the 50s with vinyl, or like did they use computers in the 50s? Was technology advanced enough in the 50s? No offense if you're from the 50s, but like how the hell did they make vinyl back then? I get how they make vinyl now. I don't understand how they made vinyl back then. That's what still I'm so intrigued by. Maybe I do want to learn more about that, but at the same time I don't. And yeah, in conclusion, be unaware, be oblivious. Be oblivious to life if you want to have fun. Be oblivious, but don't be ignorant. You know, like that's the best way to think of it. I need to craft Pate a bed. She's having me like I'm basically IKEA. Like honestly, Animal Crossing New Horizons is an IKEA simulator. Of every single villager in the game, I'm doing this all for Pate. Because I'm moving Pate. Miss Pate. Like what the... And you know what's even worse? That not only am I adding Pate to my island, I'm replacing Wendy for Pate. Just when you think life couldn't get more annoying. This gloomy weather is perfect for today of all days, because I am about to kick out a villager, and this is going to be the first one that truly, truly hurts. Wendy, my girl, glitter bombs, you're here. I decided to move off the island. Sorry to bolt, but I couldn't find the right time to tell you. Thanks for kicking it with me. I'll never forget you, Vis, and I'll never forget you too, Wendy. Mainly because I have her amiibo, so like I can always just bring her back, you know? Oh my god, Pietro and Dina are having like the stare down of the century. It's like Pietro knows that Dina's next to go. He's warning her. That's what's happening right now. I have 5 Jock amiibos, as you can see. We got Snake, we got Cobb, Ribot, Rowan, and Biff. I have to shuffle 5 cards. All right, here we go. This is the card. This is the villager that's moving in 3, 2, 1. Oh, cool, Biff. I have nothing against him, so honestly, that is a welcome addition to the island. Yes! Oh, okay. Not this man with the fucking attitude. Seriously, that's your first introduction? Some firewood. Okay, that's a pretty simple recipe. I think that's just wood. Please let it be easy to craft, because oh my god, I have been at this for a very long time, y'all. Ooh, the new Pokemon game. Like, that's something worth talking about. I am planning on doing a Pokemon Let's Play. So be on the lookout for that. I'm probably gonna get Pokemon Violet. If y'all want a Pokemon Let's Play, let me know down below. I'm probably gonna do it anyways, but like, yeah, I'm really excited though. I will say that. It's surprising. I, once again, had low expectations because it's Pokemon, but like after the leaks My expectations are growing a bit bigger for the game. I don't think it's gonna be better than Legends Arceus though. I think Legends Arceus was so good for Pokemon. And that's the direction that they need to go in. And they are kind of doing that with Scarlet and Violet, but I really, really have high hopes for Gen 10 because they've seen all the positivity and the positive buzz around Legends Arceus. And I really hope that they take that and apply it to Gen 10. Like, Gen 10 could be a really good Pokemon game. You never know. Pate has moved on to the island. I genuinely don't care. A wooden feel sign. Oh my god, I didn't even know that was a crafting recipe. That's like a cute item in the game. I have some around my island too, so like, damn. Now I can actually craft them. I've been doing this for 2 hours, y'all. I love playing video games until I have to play video games for a very long time. It's just the problem is that I have to talk while doing it. And fun fact about the human body, talking is exhausting, especially when you do it for 2 hours. A wild log bench? Is he about to give me that recipe? Ah, I know it's such a simple item in the game, but that's my favorite recipe. Am I allowed to say that? I love the wild log bench. The fact that it's literally just a log, it's so cute and it's so my vibe. And I have just enough hardwood to make it. Yes. Why do we have to do this 3 times? That's what I don't get with Animal Crossing. Like, they really just think we have time. You know, like, that's what it is. They just were like, no, we need y'all to wait. We are paying for these amiibo. Now you're telling me we gotta wait 3 days or like time travel 3 times just to bring that person onto the island? I'm only complaining about this because I've done this like, what, 5 times now? That's really why. I feel like if this was just the one person, like, I wouldn't really care. Anyways, Biff, you're moving in. You are doing me a favor by kicking out this flop. Oh my god, Pate and Pietro. Why do they have the same house? I didn't even plan that. Those houses match perfectly. Biff's house better fucking match this vibe too. Dina. It's about time. It's about damn time. I meant to tell you before, but I never found the right time. I'm moving to a new island tomorrow. Sorry to spring that on you like this. I'm really glad to have known you. Wish me luck on my new adventure? No, bye. I haven't been talking to any of the newbies since starting this mission, and they're already telling me, oh my god, it's been a while. I miss you. God damn, like, y'all have each other. Why do you need me? Now comes time for the last shuffle of the day. We'll get into why this is the last one later on. It's snooty time. I'm kicking out Allie, and this one is definitely going to be painful as well. We got Miss Portia right over here. We have Annalisa, this woman. We got Pecan, that could be fun. Panchetti, Francine, Queenie, Judy, who I don't trust, Freya. Whoever I get, it is going to be iconic. Look how thick this pack is. I can properly shuffle. Whoever this is, they are moving on to Willow. Let's hope that they're not a flop. Who is it? Canceled reading amiibo. What? No, read again. Oh my god. Is this a sign? They're warning me. They're like, are you sure you want this one? Are you sure you want the one that you chose? The Animal Crossing gods are preparing me. Why is it not working? Who is it? No, I just kicked out Dina. When one enemy drops, the other one rises. Like, are you... It's what I deserve for not making amends with Dina. I'm just gonna speed along this. Next time you see me, because we know what the hell happens by this point, we're just gonna like, yeah, you get the gist. Next time you see me, this woman will be asking me to move in.
20 minutes later.
Oh my god, I hate that I have to say this to Opal of all people, but Opal, you should live here. It's another sad day for me because Opal is moving onto the island, and in order for that to happen, I have to kick Allie out. Allie, my queen. I'm so sad that I'm kicking her out. She was my auntie, my icon, my legend. I hate to see her go, but it had to be done for this shit to go through. And just like that, we have a new cast of villagers on the island, y'all. Quinn, Shino, Raymond, Opal, Biff, Pate, Megan, and of course joining them is Pietro. And you might be thinking to yourself, wait, what about Sherry and Lucky? Are they staying? No, of course not. I'm gonna be kicking them out too. And in case you're wondering who I'm replacing them with, you're just gonna have to wait until the next video. No, I'm kidding. I'm obviously replacing them with Biscuit and Fang. Like, duh. But I'm gonna be doing that on my own time because I'm tired and I need to sleep.